Hey guys, what's up? We just finished one Monsterverse comparison video and now we are back with another. And this one will be all about the comparison between Toho's 1990s Mothra Leo and Monsterverse 2019 Titanus Mosura. We will include stats like size, powers, speed, agility, other abilities and even evolution. These two versions of Mothra are very similar to each other, but also at the same time they spot various differences that split them apart and make them distinct. So before you continue on with this video, be sure to like, share and subscribe for more related content, and also check out our channel as we have more than 80 videos. And oh yeah, do smash that notification bell for regular updates on new and upcoming videos. So let us get on with this video showcasing to you the comparison of the 1990s Mothra Leo versus Monsterverse 2019 Titanus Mosura. Origins. In the Rebirth of Mothra universe, Leo and Mothra were the last remaining members of a highly advanced species of giant moths created as guardians to the ABLITIES, an ancient civilization of small, yet powerful humanoids far older than humanity. Leo first appeared as an egg laid by an aged and weakened Mothra in 1996. He then hatched prematurely during a battle between his mother and a monster called Desghidorah, and despite being hopelessly outmatched in his larval form, he attacked his mother's aggressor. While for Monsterverse Mosura, it is said that from erased Nazca lines to the hidden temple of the moth, the name Mothra is woven throughout the most secret mythologies of the planet. The folklore and fairy tales tell of a winged creature of blinding light, an angel of the clouds whose godlike luminescence has the power to shatter the sky. The Monsterverse of Mothra deviates from that of the original Toho incarnation is that she is not a mystical divine being, but rather a member of Titanus Mosura, a prehistoric insect-like superspecies that originated from the same era as Godzilla and the other titans. Godzilla's species in particular had a warm symbiotic relationship with Mothra's. Design. The larval stage. The larva is distinct for the Leo Mothra in that its body is a very light shade of brown with very pronounced dark spots all over its body. The body is also very elongated and slender. The head is much more rounded than later designs and features a tall forehead. The Leo larva's eyes are a light blue color and are very small and surrounded by large rounded sockets. The Leo larva's mandibles are relatively small and the feelers flanking them are thin and located near the bottom of the head. The Monsterverse Mothra's design is very different from past incarnations of the character. Her larval stage maintains the appearance of a giant segmented caterpillar. The segments of her body are rounded and her head is very small compared to the rest of her body. The legs of the larval form are larger and more visible than that they have been in past designs. Instead of the large oval-shaped eyes of the imago stage, Mothra's larval stage has small blue eyes. Mothra's larval stage possesses several bioluminescent patches which emit a soft blue light when she is calm, but change to a red color when she feels threatened and is poised to attack. Design. The adult stage. Mothra Leo takes on many different forms and appearances. His wings are somewhat more triangular and have different designs and color schemes. His abdomen is more rounded and less defined than Mothra's. Leo also has green eyes, 3 beads on its forehead, and feather-like antennae, resembling those of a male moth. As Aqua Mothra, Leo's appearance is more streamlined and he lacks fur. Leo's wings are replaced with 4 fins and he also gains fins on his tail. Rainbow Mothra's designs, however, changes with a less bulky body, thinner legs, and backward-facing antenna. His form in Lightspeed Mothra looks almost identical to Aqua Mothra, but is blurry due to the quick movement. As Armored Mothra, Leo possesses a silvery, armored shell around his body, with sharp, jagged wings with different patterns. And in his final form, Eternal Mothra, he looks very similar to Armor Mothra, only without the armored shell and with white fur all over its body. Monsterverse Mothra's imago stage has a segmented insect-like body with 6 legs and 2 wings. Her legs are considerably different from those of past Mothra's designs. The Monsterverse Mothra has 2 long hind legs with 2 joints and 2 clawed toes. She has 4 forelimbs, 2 on each side of her body, with 1 large pair and 1 smaller pair. Her forelimbs are longer and more muscular than those of past designs and end in large hooked claws. Mothra's head is comparatively smaller than it usually is. Mothra has 2 gigantic compound wings, each composed of 2 segments, a larger segment near the front of her body and a smaller segment towards the rear. The wings possess intricate patterns with the character's traditional orange, yellow and black coloration, which can emit bioluminescent glows that shift in color. Now we come to size. Since Mothra Leo has 7 different forms, in his larval form he is 25 meters long and weighs 3000 tons. In his imago and rainbow form, he is 24 meters long, 5900 tons in weight, and has a wingspan of 53 meters from tip to tip. His aqua form weighs 3500 tons and has a wingspan of 30 meters, which is the same as light speed form, but the latter weighs 5900 tons. The only differences from armored and eternal Mothra is that they have wingspans of 50 meters and they weigh 5900 tons each. In Monsterverse, Godzilla King of the Monsters, Mothra was first seen as a very big larva that hatched inside an old temple. Although the estimates for the size of the larva wasn't given, it could be said that this incarnation was around 20 to 25 meters long, but we cannot say anything about the weight, and even for the adult, the only specifications given was that she was 52 feet tall or 16 meters in height and has a massive wingspan that dwarfs any other Mothra version at 803 feet or 244 meters wide. Physical abilities. The larval form Mothra Leo can move at 40 km per hour, while Mothra Leo flies at speeds of up to Mach 15.5. When further evolved as Aqua Mothra, he swims up to 200 knots. The Lightspeed Mothra can fly at speeds of over 186,000 miles per second, which is the speed of light. Armor Mothra flies at speeds of up to Mach 15, and this form uses razor-sharp wings and also has an armored wing cutter. The only form of Mothra Leo with physical traits that can stand up against other opponents in a melee battle is Armored Mothra. Not only that, but he also lifted Desghidorah and King Ghidorah, who weighed 17,000 and 20,000 tons respectively. The Monsterverse Mothra, however, can swiftly blindside Ghidorah by gluing him to the side of a building with her silk. Her gigantic wings allow her to fly across the sky at great speeds. Furthermore, she also has 2 long hind legs with 2 joints and 2 clawed toes. This version of Mothra was able to fight an airborne melee battle against Rodan and hold her own against the Fire Demon. She was seen using her claws to a great extent in both offensive and defensive moves. Mothra also possesses a wasp-like stinger at the end of her abdomen that is powerful enough to punch a hole through Rodan's chest. Intelligence. Mothra Leo is a steadfast guardian of the earth, charging into action whenever the Elias call upon him and fighting until his strength is spent, even against vastly more powerful foes. Even though he can react and even sympathize with other humans and his species, Mothra Leo is only intelligent to an extent, and he relies a lot on guidance from his twin fairies. Monsterverse Mothra, however, is a very intelligent, albeit not a divine being. At first, Mothra showed signs of curiosity and inquisitiveness at the monarch personnel surrounding her. However, she becomes aggressive when they try to contain her and webs up some of them with her silk attacks. When Emma emits the alpha frequency from the orca, Mothra immediately calms down. Later in the show, she was seen to react to Godzilla's low energy and help the humans locate him. She shares a symbiotic relationship and even sacrifices herself for the G-Man. Durability. Mothra Leo's form, like Rainbow, the Imago and the Eternal form, have relatively lesser durable exoskeletons than Aqua Mothra, which is adapted for high pressures underwater, and they are also lesser than Lightspeed Mothra, which, by the definition of his name, he flies at an unfathomable speed and therefore has an extra powerful exoskeleton. And last, the Armored Mothra was able to defeat Ghidorah and not take a scratch from the space dragon. Monsterverse Mothra's bodily tissue is substantially harder than it seemed. Even after sustaining burns and injuries from Rodan's assaults, she can fight at near full strength and even temporarily take on the full force of Ghidorah's gravity beams. Although she did die at the end, but as she did not have divine powers like Leo, her normal Titan body was surprisingly tough enough to challenge the false king. And now we come to powers. Mothra Leo is truly an offensive powerhouse with many abilities, including the triple rainbow cross heat laser beams from the forehead, jade bolts from the wings, a mega breast cannon from the thorax, reflective green powder from the wings that weaken and cause pain to other monsters. It can excel pile load, which is flying straight up and emitting jade rings. He can also perform a sparkling pile road maneuver, which are blue energy columns that can split the earth. Another power is the Sun Strike Buster, which is the releasing whirlpool of powder culminating in an emerald energy blast from the center. And also he possesses the ability to split into thousands of foot-long Mothra Leos. Armored Mothra is covered in armor with razor-sharp wings. Armored Mothra can fire an armor heat laser from the forehead, and after building up enough energy, he can perform the unstoppable transcending fate maneuver. Monsterverse Mothra possesses a stinger in her abdomen. Unlike the former, whose stinger can fire armored piercing darts, Monsterverse Mothra's stinger acts as a last resort weapon to incapacitate a target. Mothra's thorax is capable of emitting beta wave bioluminescent waves that can be projected through patterns of her wings and weaponized as a blinding god ray that are able to disperse clouds. Mothra can form symbiotic relationships with other kaiju such as Godzilla, and this Mothra can launch incredibly strong silk from the glands inside her mouth. So anyway, this brings us to the end of the video, and we all can see from this comparison is that Monsterverse Mothra only leads in one category, and that is size. Compared to Mothra Leo, she does not even come close to matching the power and durability of this divine moth. But this is up to debate, and that is up to you guys and girls to take it out in the comment section. So do like, share and subscribe for more related content on this channel, and do hit that notification bell.